Well, it's Christmas time. It's actually December 30th, and we've added to the Sebenza collection for Christmas. I don't know if I did a Sebenza video before. Chris Reeve, well, this isn't a Sebenza. Chris Reeve, Tylock. They don't make these anymore. They were a limited production. Bought this for my wife. She loved it until she couldn't figure out how to open it and close it. But I'm looking through my iPad. Just cut a hole in my pants for real. Oh, great. $35 video. So in any case, we bought these three like 2015. Plain Jane Sebenza S35. That's smooth. And a Sebenza 21. I'm sorry, these are both 21s. This one and this one. 21 with ebony inlays, S35 polished blade. Pretty smooth. I've never carried this one because it's just too pretty, but now I have a bunch of them, so I might start carrying them. This is mine for Christmas. It's a Sebenza 31. You know, I've heard so many people complain about lock rock, and they put it on the table like this and start pushing on the blade, and they show the knife flexing, or the blade flexing up and down. And I was terrified to buy one of those, but all the good knife places have a return policy. And lo and behold, there is no lock rock on this one. So I'm not saying that these people are incorrect, but there's nothing here. This is solid as all. This is rock solid. And oops, I almost flew out of my hands. You can flick it open, but why? Because it might fly out of your hand if you try that. This is a large. These two are large Sebenzas, and this is S45 VN steel. I don't know. This one did not come sharp. This one wouldn't cut a piece of paper. These three were all bought in person at Fred Eisen Art Knives in New Hope, Pennsylvania. And I knew that this one wasn't sharp, but I sharpened knives and now it's very sharp. Sharp enough to cut. Imagine that. So these two came very well sharpened, and this one is very well sharpened. And this is Yvonne's. It's a small 31 with a raindrop Damascus blade by some guy, Chad Nichols. I couldn't remember his name for a second. Chad Nichols says that this is stainless. And since Chad Nichols is a well-known blade maker, I'll take his word for it. I actually Googled up raindrop Damascus, and what they do is they pound the two different steels, or maybe three different steels, who knows, together, and then they drill holes, or they drill indentations into the blank, but they don't drill all the way through. and then they flatten out or grind down the thickness of the blank and drop it in an acid bath, and it looks like raindrops. Not to me, but that's what it's supposed to look like. So, also very sharp. And if you push the lock bar over, this one, yeah, it drops. It's not a heavy blade though. So this is Yvonne's, and I also ordered, and it was supposed to be here today, the same thing, but with a just a plain S45 VN non-Damascus blade, so that she doesn't have to worry about scratching it up. Now Yvonne had, boy, from maybe 2017, a small Sebenza. In Time, it was called. It had like little clock cogs on it, and she said she lost it. I'm assuming, get this in focus, that when she went to Florida earlier this year, and she had a Glock 19. This is over at the Trenton International Airport. And I was parked between two sheriff's cars. And she said, "Oh, I forgot this." And she pulled a Glock in a holster, in a Kydex holster, out of her pocketbook and handed it to me right in front of one of the sheriffs. I was like, yikes, man. Because New Jersey is not gun friendly. I imagine she had that knife, the one that's not here, in her pocketbook, and TSA took it, and she just doesn't want to tell me. So, I didn't remember the chintzy box that, what's that, this one, was made in February of 2016, and comes in this chintzy little box with the chintzy little foam insert. There's not much to it. The new ones have this lovely new box. I think all of the wood inlay Sebenzas still come with a, is that another knife? No. I just neatly wrapped that. The leather pouch, I never use it. Yvonne does. So apparently she lost that with the knife. The TSA people are probably ecstatic that they have their own very own Sebenzas now. Sebenza. And let's see, 60 to 62 Rockwell hardness for the new Sebenza S45, and the S35 is 59 to 60. So what was this? 60 to 62 for the new one. The 45 S45VN, S35VN, 59 to 60. I don't know. It's probably not much of a difference. So yeah, a nicer box. It's actually a real box, and that's just like a spongy, dense foam block, and they give you Loctite now too. It's a little bit weird. I don't know why that is. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I like these. And this one, if you push the lock bar over, it just drops open and closed. Oh, that's the other thing. So, when you open this, there's only one click at the end. When you open the 21, there are going to be two clicks. 1, 2. The new one has a ceramic insert on the lock bar. Yeah, if you know where to look, you can see it. It's very small, actually. And boy, that's not early lockup. Let's take a look. Nah, it's not. Shadows are create illusions. So with the new one, the ceramic detent or ceramic insert on the lock bar, you only get 1 click at the end. And with the old one, you get 2. And also for Christmas, as I pulled off my waist, I got a Dan Wesson Guardian. Let's see if we can get that name in there. That's what I like about Dan Wesson. People always say, oh, there's no billboarding. I'm touching the gun to focus it. I'm supposed to touch the screen. But in any case, yes, this is loaded, but the safety's on. And I'm alone. Match. Yeah, I don't know what that means one way or the other. But it does shoot well. I don't like these sights because that's not white. That's actually like a stainless steel tritium insert on all 3 dots. I'd much rather have an orange dot up front and more subdued or even none in the rear. But that's that. It's accurate. The trigger is incredible. I'd show you, but it's loaded. I guess I could show you. But I won't. And that's that. So we're still waiting. It was supposed to be delivered today, but the Postal Service being what it is, it just says en route or whatever they say. I'm tracking that sucker all week. And this one came from Knife Joy. The Damascus. This one came from Knife Works. I have to remember which is which. This one came from Knife Works. And the one we're waiting on is coming from Knife Art in Arkansas. And that's that. Still bushings. A little bit different, but not much. Just in the only difference really is that little ceramic ball insert. Let's see if I can cause that to appear. Probably not. It's there. Trust me. Now the inlays before I just had and were polished. The blades were all polished on those. Oh yeah, and the scales, the titanium scales were polished. I don't think they do this anymore. They don't polish the scales. These are all bead blasted, sand blasted. They blast it with something, and you know that's fine. It's mostly wood. You're not going to see any scratches or whatnot. I don't treat my stuff like junk either. So that's that. Fear not the Sebenza 31. It's a good knife. Take care. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And as Nancy Pelosi said, Happy Schwanza, whatever that means.